discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing is Smith. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. You look at this Carolina defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. Back to throw, Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Geno now to throw. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end, Fant. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Throwing now is Geno. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
53. Hey, here we go, Hey, go flip her up.
Now Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with an amazing diving catch. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Trouble, 38. Smash, red, yellow, blue. Real green. Hut.
Young now. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard.
Black shot, 6, mega. Blaster, 6.
Now here's Young. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hubbard. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Young. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Darnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Check 58. Hey, we go, Simone.
Here's Smith. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Check 59, cover.
Smith. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here we go.
To the air again, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
There we go, Simone.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Smith now to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Out of the gun, it's Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Black Ultra. Let's go.
Young will set to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Green jack. White, white. Yellow, go. You, yellow.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. Red, cycle, slide through.
Looking to throw, Young.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
After the interception, here's Smith.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 44 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's got a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Young to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. 3rd and 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now Young. On a slant, he's got Sanders. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive,
that's caught inside the 20.
and he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here we go. Middle. There we go,
Out of the gun, Smith. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Look.
Now it's Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Hubbard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Here's Young. That's over the middle to his tight end Sanders. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing, Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw, Young. Going up top. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football back at their own 17. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey, alert! Hold.
Now Geno. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw, Smith. He'll fire one downfield for Fant, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Young. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go. Snap, red. Drill green.
From the shotgun, it's Young.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Okay,
this Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Come on, set.
Young to throw it. And Sanders has got it complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Again, it's Young. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
22 middle. And cycle. Black ultra. Cut. Green jack. White. White. Ready.
Now here's Young. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Panthers get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Geno now to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Hey, we go.
To the air again, Smith.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing now is Geno.
Throw out wide to Walker.
He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. And it gives him a nice pickup. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Tuesday. Line. Hey, we go to the line.
Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
So what's up? Hey, go flip her up. Hey, it's a clip. Oz. So what's up?
From the gun, here's Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
They snap it to Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders. He's got room at the 30.
And down to the 16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Young now. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11.
Ready.
Now Young. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Down. Edo blue. Snap. Red. Hut.
Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Trail green. Let's go now.
It's desperation time. Young on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Up to the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Smith.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Ready.
Following the interception, Young escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
The Panthers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile.
Dog red. Black ultra. Hey, green. Set.
Looking to throw, Young. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Smith here, an audible at the line. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Check 59, check 59. Middle. 49, flip it off, 49. Hey, trio left.
Now Smith.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both...
He's got a man complete. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Fights through, and now a crease. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find it.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Ernest Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Young working out of the gun.
That's complete to Mooney.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, it's Young.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not shut.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That is caught, and he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Flush to his right. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I feel like we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Snowball, snowball. Hey, we go slow.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina,
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.